Hi, I'm Elise Corbin, Conservation Education Coordinator for Peter Francisco Soil and Water Conservation District, serving Buckingham and Cumberland counties. Today, we're going to do a program on the great state of Virginia and the agricultural products that are produced here. So, I've got 4 helpers. I've got 2 grandchildren and a niece and nephew that are here to help us with the program today. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves to you and let them tell you which direction they are on the great state.
I'm Nathaniel and I'm standing to the north of Virginia.
I'm Gabe and I'm standing to the west of Virginia.
I'm Natalie and I'm standing to the south of Virginia.
I'm Grace and I'm standing to the east of Virginia.
And Grace is going to go ahead and tell us which bodies of water, major bodies of water are on our borders.
Well, the Chesapeake Bay and then the Atlantic Ocean.
That's exactly right. And there's 5 states that border Virginia.
One is Maryland.
One is West Virginia.
One is North Carolina.
And the other is Kentucky.
And the final one is Tennessee. So 5 states. All right. So our state is divided into 5 regions. And these 5 regions, we've got different colored duct tape. Duct tape's wonderful, right, guys? That demonstrate what it is. So Gabe, you're going to stand on the Appalachian Plateau. That's the black and white.
Right here.
The Appalachian Plateau. What is a plateau? A plateau is an area of elevated land that's flat on top. So it's kind of like a mountain that's been chopped off and it's nice and flat up top. So that's the Appalachian Plateau. All right, Nathaniel, show us where the valley and ridge is, the green. Now, a valley is an area of lowland between hills or mountains. A ridge is a range of hills or mountains. The Blue Ridge Mountains and the Valley and Ridge regions are all part of a huge mountain system that stretches almost 2,000 miles from Newfoundland, Canada in the north, all the way to Alabama in the south. And these states, this is known as the Appalachian Mountains. And they runs through Alabama, Georgia, Kentucky, Maryland, Mississippi, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia. Our section in Virginia is Blue Ridge Mountains. And where do they get their names? They kind of look blue when their sun's setting. All right, now, the red area, Nathaniel, this is the Blue Ridge section of Virginia. Here's where recreation and farming takes place. It's the source of many rivers, including the James River, which is the largest river in Virginia. We live in the James River watershed, which is also part of the Chesapeake Bay watershed, since the James River runs into the Chesapeake Bay. You cross the James River every time you go to Scottsville, or to Fluvanna, or west on 60 toward Amherst. All right, Natalie, show us the Piedmont region. Now, this is the largest geographical section of Virginia. The word Piedmont is French, and it means foot of the mountains. This region's industries includes federal and state government, because we have a few prisons here, don't we, guys? Then we have farming, the horse industry, and Piedmont is west of the fall line. Now, we've got the beautiful coastal area. Well, let's talk about the fall line first. The fall line is the natural border between the coastal plain and the Piedmont regions. And you know why it's called the fall line? It's where waterfalls prevent further travel on the James River. But George Washington took care of that. He made a series of canals that boaters could go through and still make their way to the Chesapeake Bay. Good on George Washington, huh? And finally, we have the coastal plain. This is the flat land located east of the fall line. It's this yellow area. The Atlantic Ocean and Chesapeake Bay touch the edges of this plain. Industries here include shipbuilding, tourism, and military bases. So now, my wonderful helpers are going to show you some agricultural products, and they're going to show you, we're just going to take turns going around them. They're going to open one, and then we're going to put it in this region that it belongs. So we'll start with Grace. Grace, what have you got for us?
It looks like chickens.
Okay,
Farming.
so chickens, Valley and Ridge, which is the green area. Will you please put those products down in the Valley and Ridge area?
All right.
What have you got, Miss Natalie Ann?
I've got corn on the cob.
Corn. Corn is grown in the Piedmont area. That's one of their big crops. All right, what have you got, Gabe?
Wheat.
That is a tobacco leaf.
Broccoli.
Yes. And so tobacco is right here in the Piedmont, the black area.
Alrighty.
What have you got, Nathaniel?
I got peanuts.
Peanuts. Go over to the yellow, the coastal plain area. Suffolk is the peanut capital of the world. All right, how about you, Miss Grace?
It looks like pigs.
All right, pigs, coastal plain, right there in the yellow. You don't have to go too far. How about you, Natalie?
I think I have cattle.
Okay, then we have beef and dairy cows are all in the green, the valley and ridges. That's one of their primary
Right
agricultural
with the
products.
chickens.
Okay, how about you, Gabe?
I think it is
Open it up. Let's see what it is. Oyster shells. Where would seafood be, guys? Right over here by the Chesapeake Bay. Right here in the yellow, the coastal. That's exactly right. Good job. All right, what have you got, Nathaniel?
I have a turkey.
Okay, turkey is part of poultry, and Valley and Ridge, that's green area, is really well known for poultry. All right, let's see, what have you got,
It
Grace?
looks like we have a cow.
Okay, again, right here, the green, Valley and Ridge. So we have beef cattle and we have dairy cattle that are very, very important in that area. How about you, Natalie?
I have
Coal.
coal.
Coal comes from the Appalachian Plateau. Take it right over to the black and white checkered area, right there on the western side of our state. That's where our coal mines are. All right, how about you, Gabe?
Capital.
He's got a star representing our state capital, which is right here in the Piedmont section. And what is our state capital? Richmond, Virginia. That's right. Okay, Nathaniel, what have you got?
I have a sheep.
Sheep. Sheep are in the valley and ridges, right here, this little green section. How about you?
Farming.
Got a fish.
Flounder. Where would we find seafood fish? Right in the, yep, she's taking a great educated guess. Right there in the coastal plains. How about you, Natalie?
I have another cow. I think it's
Okay.
a dairy cow.
The green area, the valley and ridges, right? How about you, Gabe? Ah, you got clam shells this time. Clams are famous for the coastal area, right?
Yep.
Nathaniel, how about you?
I have wheat.
Wheat. Piedmont, right here in the middle, this black area. What have you got, Grace?
I'm all done. with
Okay,
mine.
anybody else have anything? Natalie?
I have a green apple.
Right, okay, apples are the Piedmont and the Valley and Ridge. Blue Ridge and the Valley and Ridge. I'm sorry, not Piedmont. So put it right there between the green and the red. Valley and Ridge and Blue Ridge. But we do grow some in the Piedmont as well. How about you?
Horses.
Horses. Horses are really well bred in Piedmont. Piedmont's mostly known for the horses industry. How about you, Nathaniel?
I have a red apple.
Okay, let's put it in right there in the middle between the Valley and Ridge and the Blue Ridge section. What have you
Yummy
got,
apples.
Gabe?
Not cotton.
You got cotton. Now, cotton's very interesting because, Gabe, show them to the camera. This is raw cotton. This isn't what you see in your shirts or anything like that. When you pick it, you will actually hurt your hands because there's stickers on it. And cotton has seeds in it. So, anyway, cotton is grown in the coastal plains area. And is that it?
Yep.
Looks like it.
All right, let's take a nice scan. My dog is grown right here in the Piedmont area. But we'll take a scan of the map of Virginia and take one last look at all the different agricultural products produced here.
This is so much fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yes,
I
it
hope
was.
this
I
helps
learned
you
a
on
lot.
your test, because you got to learn this for your 4th grade. And we'll sign in for another teaching later on. Till then, take care.